Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Our next guest is the creme de la creme of comedians. John Bishop is celebrating a career milestone, 25 years in the business. He's in Australia ahead of a string of stand-up gigs, bringing his new show Back at It onto the stage. John, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. Back at It. Has it been a while since you've been at it?
No, you know what it is? I end up calling it Back at It because I've had so many other things going on. I've been doing television, doing some acting. I was losing the stand-up. The stand-up kept on being the thing that I was fitting in, and it's the thing that I love the most. And I just thought, why am I doing this? So I've just reversed it and put the stand-up as the main thing that I do now. Which is why, I came to Australia on tour in 2015. I've not been back since.
There you go.
Far too long.
Actually,
I have been back. I came back in 2016 doing a travel documentary, but I haven't been here. And you come here and you look at that view and think, why don't I just live here?
You should live here.
Why don't you live here?
You should.
Why don't you?
Because I've got a wife.
Yeah.
But
It's
I could have
always
another one
baggage.
here. I could have two lives.
It's
That's
like
right.
it's like Keith Richards. He's got houses all around the world.
And wives?
And well, no, he's got the one wife, but he does have in his house a selection of dogs, and he'll have one dog in the Bahamas and one dog in England, and so those dogs have never met each other. They don't know that.
They don't know that there's another dog in his
No,
life.
they've got
You
no
know
idea.
what? Could you do that with wives? Does it work
Well-
the
They
same way?
used to. I think the internet has made it harder.
Yes, the damn internet. I like the story of you, how you got into stand-up comedy, because I had a similar thing, and I was just saying this before, how I got into radio. Well, I was doing radio already, but I was just one of those DJs, didn't say anything other than 26 degrees, here's Nickelback.
Yeah.
And then one night I started doing open mic back in the early 2000s, and I became so addictive, and I put my name down at the thing. And this is like you put your name
You kind
down.
of stumbled into it, didn't you?
Oh yeah. No, I had no intention of doing being a stand-up comedian. I was 34, coming up to 35, and I was basically depressed. I've been to 2 comedy clubs in my whole life, and I was looking for something to do on a Monday night because I'd split up with my wife. So, and I had the kids every weekend, so Monday was the day where I'd give them back. And it was horrible giving your kids back and not going to see them. So I just did what you do when you're a bloke, and I just started drinking on a Monday, and I thought, I've got to stop doing that. I need something to do on a Monday night. And I literally ran out of options because all of my mates are just blokes. So you can't go and talk to them about your impending divorce because they're not really that interested to go, oh, do you want a game of darts? You know what I mean? They weren't really supportive. So I just looking for something to do, and I literally stumbled into a comedy club. And when I arrived, the guy said it's £4 to get in unless you put your name down. And I said, well, put my name down for what? He said, it's an open mic night. I actually didn't even know what that meant. I said, what's that mean? He said, that means you can get up. And I, because I'd been to 2 comedy clubs that had always been full, I assumed it's going to be full. I assumed there'd be 200 people in. I assumed I can put my name down and never get called out. And I was getting divorced, so I thought, well, that's £4 she's not getting. So I put my name down, and I got called. I literally, my life would be so different within a window of 10 minutes because I got called out second. If I'd have been called out third, I might have left. Because you know what open mic nights are like.
Yes.
Oh, mate. I mean, the first fella before was just doing chicken impressions, and there was only 7 people in there. There was only 7 people. 5 had put the name down, and the first guy was just on stage going, bah, 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 and I was thinking, oh my God.
But you must have had some material. You must have had some stuff to say.
No, this is genuinely the truth, and I've said the story a lot of times because it's just the way it happened. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know, like, the light flashed when you're supposed to get off. I remember being on stage and the light flashed and I went, oh, your light's broke. And I just carried on talking. And what happened, it was just at the time that, I don't know if it was reported here, but the French farmers were, as I say, it's 25 years ago, but the French farmers were blocking the border by burning hay bales. And so English lorry drivers were stuck at the border saying, I can't get home. So I went on stage. My name got called out, and I remember walking on stage thinking, what am I doing here? And then I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose because there's only 7 people here. I'm only going to go back to an empty house. So there's only 7 people, and one of them thinks he's a chicken. So I just said, oh, have you seen the French farmers blocking the borders? Wouldn't it have been handy if they'd have done that in 1939? That was my first line. And then I had nothing else to say. And I just went, I'm only here because I'm getting divorced. And I just started talking about getting divorced. And I was meant to do, I think, 7 minutes. And I didn't know, so I did about 25. And they just I remember, you know that Pearl and Dean music? They played that to get me off, right? And when I walked off, I was so lucky because the guy who was the compere was a professional comic called Mick Ferry, who's brilliant. And he said, have you ever done this before? And I said, no. And the fellow who's running the club said, look, we're here every Monday. Do some funny bits. He said, the bit where you started talking about divorce and started crying. He said, don't do that again. But just come next week and say some jokes. And I literally did it for something to do on a Monday.
And look at you.
And it became therapy.
Look at
as
you.
you've noticed.
But it is. I would recommend anyone to give it a go on open mic night because you never know. And like when I put my name down, it took weeks before I got up. So I was the opposite to you. I put my name down, and there was an old guy that used to play a squeeze box, an old accordion, and he'd get up every week, and I go, come on, surely I'm better than this guy. And then by the end, the first time I went up, I wasn't expecting it because I put my name down as Brendan Jones. And my opening bit was under the name Brendan J. And I get up, I said, well, actually, my name's Brendan Jones, but my pen ran out. And then that's just the warm the people up. And then all of a sudden, my name got called out. And it's so scary, but so satisfying.
But when you said it changed everything for you, did that make you want to be this type of DJ?
Yeah, definitely. Because in those days of radio, I used to work at the rock station here. And you didn't say anything about your life. You weren't allowed to talk. You'd say, there's Nickelback. Coming up, more Nickelback. And how good was the breakfast crew this morning?
But why don't you tell us about how your stand-up career kind of, I don't mean to say ended, but ended.
Well, my last gig, so all I wanted to do was get paid for it. And one night they said, you're coming in on Wednesday night, it's happening for you. You got $50. And I went, this is it. I'm going from open mic. So I did it for 2 years. And then that night just happened to be September 11.
And then, oh, no.
And then and I missed the whole September 11. I did the show and I killed. It was a great night. And then I was heading home, and the next morning
the world changed, and no one wanted to laugh.
I thought we're all going to war. I'm not going to have a job. I'm going to start. We're going to have to go into the trenches. We go. Do you like? Everyone remembers it, but
I remember that because I was working for a pharmaceutical company at the time. I was a sales and marketing director, so I was having a sales meeting when that happened, and that's why this stand-up was so, I don't know, a big leap, because I had a good job, so I never thought I'd ever do it as a job, and that's what I did it for 6 years and kept me normal job, which was bonkers. I used to be responsible for a drug that stopped people rejecting their organs after a transplantation, which is not funny at all.
No. Did you were you able to turn that into any material at all?
Absolutely not. I'd be at work. Sometimes I'd go to the operations. I'd be at work watching a live kidney transplant and then be doing a gig in that night going, hey, what are kidneys like?
The kidney me.
There you go.
Boom.
It's great to see you. Get tickets now to see John Bishop live at Ticketmaster.com.
Well,
at the State Theatre tonight.
You can't.
Sold out.
No need for your language.
Literally, there's no reason for me to be here. I'm not promoting anything. I just wanted to see you two and look at the view.
Thrilled,
John,
but
it's a
if
treat.
you get a chance to see John, please do.
And please,
well,
John,
what I will be doing is I want to come back. I want to come to Australia much more often. So
anytime.
I'm promoting the tour that I haven't yet put on.
And John's he's riding around our fair city on a motorcycle, so please don't kill him while
Don't
he's
kill
in
him. And we'll have a radio competition to find you a local wife.
Yeah, that can't go down well at all.
John, thank you.
Thank you.